Dragon turtles.
So I was double checking through the books, and it turns out dragon turtles actually have stages, like they like straight up wormling to ancient, and it's very interesting because the wormling, young, and ancient are all in Fizban's treasury, but the adult dragon turtle is from the monster manual, both the old one and the new one.
Now, the lore bits are pretty lacking. There's like 2 paragraphs and that's it, and it's not very descriptive.
And the first 3 stages feel pretty normal. Like an adult dragon turtle is CR17, that's not very high. And it like caps at like it caps around 400 hit points, which is pretty average. It's a little tankier, I'm pretty sure has a little bit higher of an armor class, so it's a little bit tankier than a standard adult dragon, which makes sense, big shells and all. There's not a lot of details on their lore. There's some stuff from the old monster manual about them being connected to the elemental plane of water. A lot of it seems to be that these guys are just meant to be like big ocean monsters, you know, the best equivalent they could have to Godzilla or fucking Gamera, if anyone knows that reference.
Here is what the ancient dragon turtle looks like, and that is fucking terrifying. That's definitely on scale with Godzilla, especially since this fucker has a mythic action option where if you drop him to 0, if the DM decides to include it, when you drop him to 0, he can pop right back up to 350 and then gain access to mythic actions, which is scary as shit. This guy can adds lightning damage to his bite. His steam breath is a con save, so fucking rogues can't bullshit their way out of it, and it does a good amount of fucking damage. And I love how it specifies that it's steam, being underwater does not give you resistance to the fire damage. That can suck. Real suck. It has a boiling heat aura that you cannot get resistance from being underwater. This guy really is meant to be fought in an ocean.
And its special mythic actions are that it can make a bite attack using a legendary action, which makes sense. Its bite attack has an extra like 2d6, 2d12 of lightning damage. And then its other mythic action is that it can buff itself with a bunch of temp HP, giving itself like 4d12 of lightning damage buffed to its next hit. Or if someone hits the dragon turtle, they get hit with all that damage. It's a lot. This is a very scary motherfucker, and there's not a lot of details on its lore. It does have, I know I keep saying that, but it does have a detail that these guys literally will just either be chilling in some at like the bottom of the ocean, fucking minding their own business, or they could just be sleeping on the ocean for years, to the point that like vegetation can grow on their shells. It's very like lion turtle-esque, if you get that reference either. And my brain does like, if you know about them, there's a type of island, I don't remember the exact term, but there's a type of island that generates that's literally just land mass that doesn't have a connection to the ground beneath it, so it just floats on the water. I believe it's literally just called a floating island. And it's one of those cases of islands that can actually move, like landmass that can be lost, which is funny. It feels like if an ancient dragon turtle sleeps long enough, it could become a very, very big island. And that is a very interesting thought to have. This definitely is meant to, like, you could include a storyline interacting with like a dragon turtle wormling or a young dragon turtle, but again, there's not a lot of details there, so it's just kind of make up whatever you like. These guys are very interesting. They do have optional magic according to Fizban's, but not the monster manual one. So like according to Fizban's, like the young dragon would have fog cloud, the adult would probably have control water, and then the ancient would add control weather to that list. So it's very simple spells. Nothing like particularly spectacular. These guys are pretty simple. And I'm not seeing anything else that especially sticks out besides that insane thing. Like, it has to be on par with the Tarrasque, because it's one of the
like 3 things I've seen actually have that type of feature. Like from the stat blocks I can recall off of my memory is the ancient dragon turtle, the Tarask, and Bahamut's avatar, or like the aspect of Bahamut that has that literally gets dropped to 0, jumps back up to full, and then adds a bunch more bullshit to throw on you. It's fucking terrifying. And I'm probably never going to use a dragon turtle ever because it's very niche. It's specifically water focused. And by the fact that I haven't seen anything equivalent to a genuine kraken in D&D stat blocks wise, at least that I know of off the top of my head, I'm I might include it as like a set piece or like a scary thing in an opening. I have had the thought before of like a young dragon turtle attacking a ship or something like that as like the opening to a game, but I've never had like any actual story beats in mind for one of these. So they're very they're one of those out there creatures that you don't think about a lot. And lastly, if you are looking for a bi weekly campaign for Friday specifically, I'm looking for players. Right now, I need like 2 more players. So come while slots are open. I'm going to max the game at 5, but the minimum is 4 for the game to actually run. So there's only like 3 spots left. So come check it out before all those spots are gone. The link, right, you can't copy comments. Just go, there's a link in the bio going over to the Start Playing. You'll find it there.